My first few hours of League of Legends, it's been a long time, I think 4, maybe 5 years ago. What year is it now? I don't remember. But when I played, first champion I played was Katarina. I think I randomed her, and then I was playing against bots, actually lost. It's kind of embarrassing to think about it. And then I stopped playing. Stopped playing for like a week, and then I came back. I was like, all right, I'll give it another try. I think the first champ I really played a lot though was Chisana. Chisana was, well, I liked the hyper carry. She was kind of noted as the long range AD carry, and yeah, I spammed her. I played, I think, 300 games of her, pretty much like out of 320 games, 300 games of Chisana, and then like a couple random games of like Jax and TF or something. But Chisana was the first champion where I was like, this champion can carry, strong laner, did everything, and she was a lot of fun. Yeah, when I first started playing League of Legends, I pretty much main mid. I played Tristana mid primarily, and then as the seasons progressed and it became more of a more AD carries mid, played Ezreal mid, played Ashe mid, played everything mid. And then when season 1 rolled around and then champions became more like AP mids, played Anivia mid, played Malzahar, Brand, Annie, pretty much anything mid that was played, I played it, and I main mid. I played in my first tournament as a mid laner / top laner. When I first started playing, I can't remember what was strong. When I was in like the lower normal games, anything was strong. Like Massey was strong. I don't know. The pub sombras were the most popular. I think TF actually was known as broken, but obviously because I was level 5, nobody could play TF at that level, and I didn't think he was strong. But apparently he was really strong competitive play, and I didn't know that. And I just spammed Tristana. I pretty much got to sort of high normal rating back then, just pretty much playing Tristana. So I thought Tristana was broken, but not many people agree with me. Well, I've played League of Legends for so long. I was pretty much there from the beginning, and now I'm here. So I think the biggest changes that I liked were just support changes in general, since I play support nowadays. I like the sight zone change. I think that was a really good way to help supports not only get wards out, but also be able to have some extra gold, extra income, and just not be so, all right, I'm gonna go back, spend 800 gold on wards, and then let's go play something. Yeah, that used to be support in Season 2 and Season 1. Nowadays, not so much. You only have 3 wards. It's hard for me to have a favorite moment. I think anytime I've won was a great moment for me. It wasn't really any one specific thing. I have many great plays in the past, but I don't really care so much about the individual play, so much as the wins. And it's just any win that I got, I was happy. And those are my favorite moments. Just being able to look out, have a victory screen, crowd cheering, and just being happy that I played well enough that our team won. I mean, the weirdest one I have has to be back in Season 2 regionals. We got first place there, and you know, a fan, you know how fans are. They're just very fanny, and this fan, she had a baby, and she's like, "Oh yeah, sign this." I'm like, "Okay," and I signed a baby. It was great. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the baby is probably like 5 now. Probably doesn't even know who I am, but
probably got a tattoo.
Yeah, maybe a tattoo of my name on it. It'd be kind of weird, but signed a baby. That's something I always remember. I think my favorite venue that I've played in was probably, I'd say, it's just like I'd just say like any of the regionals, because any of the regionals that I won, and that's just because the fans are just super excited, and when you win, when we win first place, like the whole stadium, it's just super loud, and it's a feeling that you don't really forget. It's just everyone chanting, you stand up, you're hugging your teammates, you're all excited that all your hard work has paid off, and it's not really any specific venue, it's just the crowd. Part of the reason why I've been so consistent is because of the role I play. Supports, usually when you don't do as well, it's a bit harder to notice that, and anytime I don't do well, my team usually makes up for it. So over time, it just hasn't really seemed like I dropped off, even though there were times where I probably didn't play as well. But on the other hand, I've also just played the game a lot. I also played like a bunch of roles, and that allowed me to just have really solid mechanics. And when you have solid mechanics, generally if you don't do as well, you still have mechanical skill to just back it up. And one thing that I've always kept in mind is to just not lose confidence and just to not be scared to make plays. So even if I'm behind, I'm always looking for, all right, this next team fight, like I might die for it, but I'll make the play that can win us a team fight. I'll do it consistently, and that's something that I sort of do that has helped me Just be more consistent by being consistently aggressive. Ideally, I want people to remember me for winning Worlds. That's the ultimate goal. But second to that, I guess, you know, just being a solid player in general. I don't know. There's really no one thing that I want them to remember me for. Like, I mean, that's not really the goal of a player. The goal of the player is to win, and I want them to remember me for winning. I don't think there's anything that I've done so far that I've been 100% super proud of, super excited, and just been like, all right, Mike, this is the crown jewel. Because Worlds is the only thing that I really care about at this point, and since I haven't won that yet, I don't have an achievement that I'm like, that's it. It's not there yet. The best player I ever played against, at the time, I guess it would be Faker. I mean, I can go with that. But when I was playing professionally as a mid laner, my most feared opponent was Big Fat LP, Big Fat GG back then. He was always so solid every time, even though he loses lane or he wins lane, he just never really died after that, or even just never died, period. He was just like so good back then when I was playing, and I was like, this guy is way too good. And I mean, things changed, but he has always stood out for me kind of as a faker of that period. Even though the scene was very new back then, he was really, really good. I think everyone should probably learn Ezreal. Even though I don't play Ezreal much anymore, I think he's just a very fun champion, and he was kind of the first skill shot champion that Riot released. And then it's kind of like when he first came out, he was pretty much known as a kind of skilled champion. Nowadays, there's a lot more other champions that require a lot more skill. But for me, I think for a lot of players, it's kind of a look in the past to see this is where all the skill shots really started. And I think he's a fun champion. People should probably try him out. And a tip I would give for him is land skill shots. It's pretty easy.
Just land skill shots?
Yeah. Land your Q, land your W, just E back, and use your ult.